Hello everybody and welcome back to Sunshine Islands. It is the 5th day of fall and this is the first real update of the fall season. I decided to push doing a video until the 5th because it's still really early in the season. It did take me some time to get set up and I'm a little more established now. So I can talk about a few things before we go to the cow festival today. I've got that all set up. Mirabelle came and took one of my cows yesterday. And things are looking really nice. We've got 4 plots of carrots. I didn't realize until I looked it up, just as a refresher, that carrots are probably the most profitable fall crop that there is. They sell for the most amount of money on their own. So I've decided to plant a few of those. We have 2 plots of eggplants. Of course, they do replenish. So once they come in fully, I'll be able to get more eggplants every few days. We of course have our yams, which will most likely be the first thing to grow in, and of course they replenish. We're very familiar with yams. I made a fortune growing them in the greenhouse for the longest time. And then I've also got some spinach going on here. I may plant more spinach. I didn't realize, or I didn't remember, that spinach grows in really quickly. Not as quickly as yams, but nearly. And spinach is what we're gonna have to submit to Felicia for the crop festival. So I'll have lots of time to grow lots and lots of spinach, and then hopefully I'll have some by the end of the month so we can take part in the crop festival. My wheat is slowly growing. It's really painful that it's taken so long for this stuff to come in. All the animals are really good. So I'm off to a really good start. I've been getting a lot of cloudy days, so not a lot of sunshine, which has kind of stunted the growth of some of the things from growing as quickly as they are able to. The orchard probably being the one thing that's suffering the most. I think I've only gotten 1 or 2 batches of fruits from these trees so far, which is a really poor payoff, especially because we're wanting to get the sunstone if we can, and it's just not happening very quickly. So I'm a little concerned about how many apples and grapes we're really gonna get this season, but it's still early, so I just have to be patient. I've got the watering down, but I just need to wait for a couple of really nice sunny days. I've completely cleared out the rice paddy, and I was able to get excellent payoff by putting Orange Wonderfuls into my sickle. I got so much rice, and I was able to do a lot with that and make a lot of money. In the greenhouse, I've decided to keep the summer suns in here to make it summertime. After I went completely bananas with pumpkins last season, I neglected to grow anything else, and I don't have any onions or any tomatoes or any corn really in my refrigerator at the moment. So I would like to kind of grow a little bit of this to keep for myself for cooking, and I can also obviously ship some of this and get some money if I want to. So I will keep the greenhouse going in the summer season for now, and then if I decide later, I'll probably switch it up again. So everything is going great. We'll have a look at my assets when the festival is over, because honestly, it's kind of nuts. I've been doing really well. There isn't much else to talk about outside of the farm, so we're just gonna go over to the festival here. I don't need to talk to everybody, but for some reason, every time I come to a festival, I just feel like I have to talk to everybody. Maybe it's because now that most people are maxed out at 10 hearts, I don't take the time to socialize much anymore. It just takes up too much of my time. So when they're all here at a festival, I guess it's just easier to talk to everybody all at once. And the cow that we entered, Vivi, has won in previous years with a full 10 hearts, so obviously this is another festival that's sort of a given. Not at all worried about not winning. So hopefully Mirabelle has a good wonderful for us. Last festival we won, we got a yellow, which is garbage. So she's given us another red. This really is the year of red and blue. I would really like another orange wonderful. I still have things that I can do with them. They have not outlived their usefulness yet. I had to take my orange wonderfuls off of my sickle once I was done in the rice paddy because I needed it for other things. So I'm still having to swap oranges between tools. And I will be swapping oranges back onto my sickle once my wheat is ready. Because as you can see, it's very profitable to do that and maximize the amount of grains that I was getting. I'm now back over $1 million, which is sort of impressive because I feel like we didn't upgrade the greenhouse that long ago. And I was able to make a lot of money in a pretty short period of time. Because as you can see, I made a lot of money in the summer. I ended up with $620,000 in profits, and I'm already up to $200,000 in profits for the fall season, and it hasn't even been a week. You can see on the 3rd, I shipped almost $75,000 worth of goods, and that was mostly grain products. So that was me taking the rice that I had and the buckwheat and those types of things and turning it into rice and turning it into buckwheat, and then from there turning it into flour and selling it. I still have some left as well. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that stuff yet, but I'm pretty happy with that. That was a long wait time, but it certainly was worth it. I was able to get lots and lots of money from that stuff. And I did save a lot of rice for cooking as well. So what I'm going to do in my off time for fun is I'm going to start clearing out my fridge a little bit. I have obviously gone overboard with the hoarding. There's no need for me to have this much food. I mean, it is a lot, especially when I don't need some of this stuff for obtaining recipes. But there are a lot of different foods that you can sell for quite a bit of money, and my cooking level is so high that that'll probably be something that I'll do to make even more money and just to kind of clear out my fridge. As you can see, I have almost all 6 pages completely filled up. My fridge is completely stuffed full, so that's something that I'm going to work on as well. To end off this episode, what I want to do is I want to focus again on some rival marriages. It's something that I wanted to space out initially. We had 3 weddings sort of happen pretty quickly. We had Pierre and Natalie get married. We had Julia and Elia get married, and then we also had Sabrina and Vaughn get married. And those all happened really, really quickly because I just kept walking into the hard events, and they were sort of hard to avoid. And then I thought, well, I don't want to have them all married right away, and then I sort of just have been putting off the last two couples. So once I buy this teleport stone from Chen, which is something I've been meaning to do forever, I'm going to load a save that I have, and we're going to watch another proposal event for one of our rival couples. We've only got 2 left at this point. So we might as well get the ball rolling with that again. It's been quite a while since we've seen a rival wedding, so I'm gonna just go ahead and load another save that I have. So here I am on the 7th day of fall, so we're only a couple days ahead of where I was, and I keep accidentally walking into this event as I go onto the beach. So we're gonna see the proposal event between Lana and Denny. There's a nice wind out today. The sea breeze feels so great. It does. I also caught a ton of fish today. It's been a great day. It has. Hey, Lana. What? Well, you know, what's wrong, Denny? You're usually so talkative. Are you sick? Well, you might say that. What's wrong, Denny? I can't help you unless you tell me what's wrong with you. Okay, here goes. Lana, will you marry me? I've been thinking about you a lot. It's so much fun talking to you, plus you love fishing. This is the first time I've ever wanted to be with someone so much, Lana. Oh, Denny. Anyway, I'm just a fisherman with nothing much to offer you, except for my love. But I just wanted to let you know how I feel. Wait, Denny? Where do you think you're going without even hearing my answer? Wait, what? Of course I'll marry you, and you proposed to me by the seashore. How romantic. Really? You'll marry me? Of course! Oh, I'm so happy, Denny. I should be the one saying that, Lana. Wow, what an awesome day. Oh, so cheesy, but so sweet. They are a good couple. They're probably one of the only couples, if not the only couple, that you actually see hanging out quite a bit on a regular basis, and they have interests in common. Some of the other couples, you never see them together, they don't go to the same places, nothing. But with Lana and Denny, they actually eat at the diner a lot together, and they're also sometimes on the beach together as well. So their wedding will take place in about a week, and it's really, really good timing because the next festival coming up that I'm gonna showcase is the Dog Festival. It's the next one that we can win a Wonderful for. I'm gonna skip over the Harvest Festival, obviously, just because that's a fun extra festival just for the hell of it, but we can't win anything, so I'm just gonna skip right over it. I'm probably just gonna play for the next week, focus on building up my empire a little bit more, getting some more money. I have to wait for the dark green harvest sprites to come back so that we can work more on our greenhouse, because at this point I could probably buy some other additional house upgrades that I'm missing. I could save to get the quality increaser, which costs like a whopping $3 million. But I think the greenhouse is actually something that I can use that would be worthwhile to spend some more money on at this point. So that'll kind of be my goal. Obviously, just taking care of the farm, waiting for all my crops to come in. Like I said, I'm going to try and do some cooking, and I think I actually have done a little bit of that. As you can see, I've made a couple of dishes here to sell. Cleaning out my fridge a little bit. And then, yeah, obviously we're gonna wait for the wedding to come and the dog festival, which I may combine together into another video. So that's my game plan. Everything has been going really well so far. My only hope is that it continues to go well, and that fall is a very, very successful season for me. So thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.